Hello friends, my name is Vikas. So friends, we have an app by the name Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store in your Android phones. This app will help you in boosting your preparation. Once you have downloaded this app, you can go and log in with your Gmail or Google ID in this application. And once you have logged in, then you will be transferred to this page here. On this page, you will be able to see home, all courses, my courses, and doubt sessions also. So in the courses, if we talk to you, in the courses, if you purchase course from us, we will be providing you with multiple material for your preparation. Material such as your daily current affairs, your weekly current affairs, your monthly current affairs. In daily, we will be providing you with 20 questions quiz, an ebook that is in your PDF formats of the questions of that particular day. Then we'll be providing you in weekly with the same 50 question quiz that will be a compiled and important 50 questions, and also we'll be providing you a compiled PDF of the weekly current affairs in the question answer format also. It will be a very helpful PDF, and similarly for monthly also we'll be providing you important monthly current affairs on a monthly basis. So the same content you will be revising maximum number of times, and it will help you in your preparation. We'll also provide material related to your banking and awareness also, and apart from that we'll be covering all important topics such as your apps and web portal, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, awards, obituary, important days, and what not. Everything will be covered in this topic wise by me only. So apart from that, we also provide state wise current affairs that will also help you to prepare for the regional exams. Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So friends, in today's video we will be discussing important current affairs of 8th and 9th May. This will be an important session, so pay attention. And all the questions that we will be doing today, all the topics that we will be discussing today, I want you to take notes of each and every one of them. All right, from now on, if those who are also not making notes, I suggest you to please start making one-liner notes in a separate register, because this type of preparation, this type of process is very important if you want to crack an exam, because these questions are important, and when you have to revise, you will be looking for the notes again and again. So the first topic that we are discussing today is about Nso survey. Recently, National Statistical Office has recently released an unemployment rate survey that is of India. I repeat, who released this survey? It was released by NSO. This was the 13th periodic labor survey of NSO. I repeat, it was the 13th periodic labor force survey of NSO. Question can be asked, which is the organization that released this periodic labor force survey? It was released by National Statistical Office. What data did it give us? This survey gave us about the unemployment rate for 15 years and above in the urban areas has dipped to 8.7% in the third quarter of 2021. I repeat, this periodic labor survey provided us with the data of unemployment rate for persons for the 15 years that has dipped to 8.7% in the third quarter of 2021. All right, and if we are talking about the quarter third of 2020, it was around 10.3%. What was the reason? Because of the lockdown going on. Then into a quarter second of 2021, it was around 9.8%. Now the unreserved among the females has also declined to 10.5% in the third quarter of 2021. This data you should pay attention to, because sometimes the question can be direct about the data itself. So who released this unemployment rate? It was released by National Statistical Office. It was how much? 8.7% for the October to December, that is the third quarter of 2021. So three things you need to remember here. Who released this survey? It is released by NSO. What was the unemployment rate? It was 8.7%. And for what quarter this data was released? The third thing that you need to remember, it is third quarter, that is from October to December. Then the question that can be asked from you on this topic is, which institution releases the periodic labor force survey results in India? It was released by NSO, that is your National Statistics Office. Which survey was this? This was the 13th edition of this survey. All right, for which quarter it was released? It was released for the third quarter, that is from October to December. So these are the things you need to pay attention. Next Next, we'll be talking about Indian Coast Guard. Indian Coast Guard has recently commissioned their second advanced light helicopter Mk3. I repeat, pay attention. Recently, Indian Coast Guard has recently commissioned their second edition or second advanced light Mk3 helicopter. And where was this commissioned? This was commissioned in Kerala. In Kerala, to remember, it was commissioned in Kochi. Then, as we discussed, it was your Indian Coast Guard Director General Virendra Singh Pathania ji who has recently commissioned the second advanced light helicopter Mk3 into the Kochi or Kerala. Now the question can be asked, this advanced light helicopter Mk3 has been developed by whom? This has been developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Alright, this is important, pay attention. It has been developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and this is Bangalore based, and it is Bangalore based or it is Karnataka based, that can also be asked. These four advanced light helicopters Mk3 have been commissioned in Kochi, Kerala, and from here only they are covering the entire coast of Karnataka, Kerala and Lakshadweep. The squadron will be led by Commandant Kunal Naik, which has 9 officers and 35 men. It will aid in research and rescue operations and long range maritime surveillance also. Coming back, it was developed by whom? It was developed by Bangalore based company, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next, now if I ask you a question, tell me, which company has recently designed India's first regional rapid transit system? RRTS has been designed by whom? Which is the name of the, or what is the company among these four options? And the name of the company is Alstom. Alright, Alstom. This is the name of the company that has designed India's first regional rapid transit system, and this is between what location? This is between Delhi to Meerut. This is between Delhi to Meerut. Alright, also remember, the first transit of the system was handed over to the National Capital Region Transit Corporation for Delhi to Ghaziabad Meerut, or between Delhi to Meerut. The phase 1, India's first semi-high speed regional train, can move passengers at the speed of 180 km per hour. Alright, this will be the speed of this passenger high speed train. Next, IRCTC's Bharat Gaurav tourist train will include a stop at Nepal's Janakpur. I repeat, question can be asked to you that what is the name of the train, Indian train, that will have a stop at Nepal's Janakpur, and it is IRCTC's Bharat Gaurav tourist train. I repeat, remember the name, Bharat Gaurav tourist train. This is the name of the train that will be having a stop where, in which country? In Nepal. And what is the name of the stop? It is Janakpur. Remember it, Janakpur. So alright, these two things. I repeat, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation, IRCTC's train, first Bharat Gaurav tourist train that will be launched recently, it will have a stop where? It will have a stop in Nepal's Janakpur. Question can also be asked like this, that the Bharat Gaurav tourist train that have recently launched, it will have a stop in different other country than India. What is the name of that country? It will be Nepal. And what is the name of the location? In Janakpur. The proposed 17 nights 18 days pilgrimage will run on Ramayan circuit identified under the Swadesh Darshan scheme, covering prominent places associated with the life of Lord Sri Rama, including Ram Janki temple in Janakpur, that is located in Nepal. Alright, another way the question can be asked, that under what scheme this Bharat Gaurav tourist train will be launching and it will have a stop in Nepal? Under Swadesh Darshan scheme. And what is this Swadesh Darshan scheme? That is to cover the pilgrimage sites all over India. Next, we are talking about Railway Protection Force. Let's just remember, Railway Protection Force has recently signed an MOU with Association for Voluntary Actions. Just remember, first thing that you need to know, the question can be framed, either they will be asking Railway Protection Force or Association for Voluntary Actions. Now come to the topic. Why they have signed this MOU? Because of the problem of trafficking. What is trafficking? Human trafficking. That means humans, be it a boy or a girl, is sold for any purpose from one place to another place in exchange of money, so that they can be turned into a labor force or any kind of force. So in order to make India traffic free, recently Railway Protection Force has signed this memorandum of understanding along with Association for Voluntary Action, that is also known as Bachpan Bachao Andolan. This AVA, that is your Association for Voluntary Action, also known as popularly by the name Bachpan Bachao Andolan. Alright, so what was the reason? To make India traffic free, or to make India to curb the traffic, to stop this illegal selling of humans from one country to another in terms of labor. So to make it free from that situation, to give proper rights to those humans also, these efforts have been started. Now if we look at into some of the efforts, this Railway Protection Force is in the charge of the security of railway property, passenger area and passengers. Since 2018, it has been carrying out responsibilities that has been prescribed to it by the Ministry of Railways standardized operation procedures. Alright, with the help of this, they have rescued over 50,000 children under operations Nanne Farishte. Also remember now that this operation Nanne Farishte can also be framed into a question such a way that this operation Nanne Farishte is related to which of the following. So remember, it is related to trafficking, and recently Railway Protection Force have saved around or rescued around 50,000 children under operation Nanne Farishte. Alright, so who signed an MOU? It was between Railway Protection Force and Bachpan Bachao Andolan signed an MOU to make India traffic free, or to curb trafficking from India, that is your human trafficking or children trafficking. Next, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, gave no objection certificate for merger of Equitas Small Finance Bank along with Equitas Holdings. I repeat, recently RBI, that is your Reserve Bank of India, has issued a NOC, that is your no objection certificate, with conditions to the proposal of the voluntary merger of Equitas Holdings Limited along with Equitas Small Finance Bank Limited. Alright, there is a merger between two, and an NOC has been provided by which organization? It was RBI that provided the NOC. So the question can be framed on RBI itself, that who proposed it? It was who proposed this NOC to this merger? It was proposed by RBI. The merger is being carried out to comply with RBI Small Finance Bank norms, which require the promoter to reduce the stake in the subsidiary with or to 40% within 5 years of the commencement of the operations by the small finance bank. If we talk about Equitas Small Finance Bank Limited, MD and CEO is Vasudevan Pathangi Narsimanji. It was established in 2016. Headquarters is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and the tagline is "It's fun banking." Next, we are talking about digital broking solutions by e-broking. Alright, these were recently launched by Indian Bank. I repeat, a public sector bank by the name Indian Bank has launched its digital broking solutions, e-broking, as a strategic move. These facilities will be available through the bank's mobile application, that is Indo ASIS. This is the name of the mobile application through which this e-broking, that is the digital broking solutions for, will be provided by Indian Bank to its customers. Then remember, this e-broking initiative will assist the bank in increasing the current accounts and saving accounts. Also, we know LIC IPO is live right now. This initiative will also help its customers to invest into this LIC IPO. So if we revise, it was Indian Bank that has launched this digital broking solution, e-broking, and it will be available on their mobile bank app, that is your Indo ASIS. Moving on. Boeing and Airworks have collaborated on Indian Navy's Project 8I fleet aircraft. Boeing India along with Airworks Group, what they will be doing is they will be delivering services, that is maintenance, repair and overhaul services for the Indian Navy's P, that is P is for your Project 8I fleet aircrafts. Alright, I repeat, Boeing India and Airworks They will together provide services that are related to maintenance, repair, and overhaul services that are known by the name MRO. To what aircraft or to which fleet? To Indian Navy's P8I Maritime Patrol Aircraft Fleet. So this is the thing that you need to remember. If I ask you where is the headquarter of Boeing India, the headquarter of Boeing India is in New Delhi. The collaboration was initiated at the Boeing India Atmanirbhar Bharat in Defense Conference being organized in New Delhi itself. Alright, so Boeing India has recently tied up with Airworks Group to provide maintenance services, to repair services and overhaul services to the Indian Navy's P8I Maritime Patrol Aircraft Fleet. If we talk about Airworks, this was established in 1951 and it is the Airworks, remember, is the India's biggest independent MRO. MRO is your maintenance, repair and overhaul with a pan-Indian presence across 27 cities. Who is the managing director? Anand Bhaskar, and the headquarter of it is in Gurugram, Haryana. Next, we are talking about NextCharge. Remember, NextCharge is a joint venture of Exide and Lachlan's. These two companies have come into a joint venture by the name NextCharge, and NextCharge is the organization that has begun the production at the India's largest lithium ion battery plant that is located in Gujarat. So two things: which company started the production at this ion in India's largest lithium ion battery plant? It is NextCharge. And where is the India's largest lithium ion battery plant located? It is located in Gujarat. Now, two other things. If we are talking about energy sector, then remember two other things we have discussed earlier. Just a revision, that if we are talking about MP Indore, in MP Indore, two plants were set up. It was first was set up by GAIL, that is a hydrogen blending with natural gas. It is your Gas Authority of India Limited, and second was your Asia's largest bio CNG plant. And what was the name of this Asia's largest bio CNG plant? It was Gobardhan. Next, if I ask you, where is the India's first pure green hydrogen plant set up? And which is the organization that has set up it? It was set up by OIL, that is Oil India Limited. It is located at Jorhat. Where is Jorhat? Jorhat is in Assam. Alright, so these are some energy related questions you should know. Coming back, which organization has started the production of India's largest lithium ion battery plant in India's largest lithium ion battery plant? It is NextCharge. And where is this largest lithium ion battery plant in India? It is in Gujarat. One more question, if asked, Semicon India 2022. Where was this Semicon India 2022 held and who inaugurated it? Just tell me these answer of these two questions. It was in Bangalore and it was inaugurated by Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi ji. Alright, so moving on. Next, which is the first company that has crossed $100 billion revenue or a market cap of $100 billion? It is your Reliance Industries Limited became the first Indian company to reach $100 billion revenue in the fiscal year. Or if I said that instead of it, if it is also asked which is the first company in India that has crossed a market cap of $250 billion. And after crossing this mark of $215 billion company, it became the first Indian company to cross this mark of $215 billion company. And it also became the first company to cross $100 billion in revenue in the fiscal year 2022. RIL, that is your Reliance Industries Limited revenue for the fiscal year 2022 increased by 47% to 7.9 lakh crore, that is around $105 billion. Moving on, next topic is related to Priyanka Mohite. Important, pay attention. Priyanka Mohite, she became the first Indian woman to scale 5 peaks above 8,000 meter. I repeat, Priyanka Mohite became the first Indian woman to scale 5 peaks above 8,000 meter. Who are we talking about? Priyanka Mohite. What should she do Or why was she in news? Because she became the first Indian woman to scale 5 peaks above 8,000 meters. So here we are talking about 5 peaks. So let's see which are the 5 peaks she has climbed. Let's start with 2013. She climbed Mount Everest, that is around 8,849 meters in 2013. Then in 2016, she climbed Mount Makalu, that is 8,485 meter. I repeat, 8,485 meter. Then third in 2018, she climbed Mount Lhotse, that is 8,516 meter. Then she climbed in 2021 at Mount Annapurna. Mount Annapurna, that is at a height of 8,091 meter. And now recently she has climbed Mount Kanchenjunga. As we saw, recently she has climbed Mount Kanchenjunga, and this is the fifth peak she has climbed, due to which she became the first Indian woman to climb 5 peaks above 5,000 meter, and which is the fifth peak, Mount Kanchenjunga, that is at a height of 8,586 meter. Next we are talking about M. Narayan. Recently, M. Narayan has been appointed as the part-time chairman of CUB. What is CUB? The City Union Bank. I repeat, who has been appointed as the part-time chairman of CUB, and that too for 2 years. He is M. Narayan, and the time period for 2 years will be effective from 4th of May to 4th of May 2022. Next we are talking about Navy to acquire GISAT-2, that is a dedicated satellite to boost capability in the Indian Ocean region. I repeat, to boost the capability of India in the Indian Ocean region, Navy is recently set to acquire GISAT-2, that is your GSAT-2. This GSAT-2 is the second satellite, as the name suggests in the series. It will be designed to provide near real-time images of larger areas of interest at frequent intervals. That will also help Navy in surveillance, but also in planning operations ahead of time. So coming back, who will be acquiring this GSAT-2? It will be acquired by Navy. And this, what is the other name of this GSAT-2? It is EOS 5. What is this GSAT? GSAT is basically a satellite that will be providing near to real-time images of the larger areas of interest, and this will help us as in a part of modernization and network-centric warfare and communication program of the Indian Navy, or to you can say to strengthen the Indian Navy in the Indian Ocean region. This satellite will be Which university has won the Khelo India University Games? It is your Jain University. What is the correct answer? Who has won, or which university has topped in the Khelo India University Games? It is Jain University. Jain University has emerged as the overall champion at the Khelo India Games. Can you tell me where was the Khelo India Games held? They were in Karnataka. From 24th April to 3rd of May, the second edition of the Khelo India University Games was conducted by which state? It was conducted by Karnataka. First important question that you need to pay attention, because we have to know the state where these Khelo India University Games are conducted and the edition of which was conducted into that particular state. So three things. First, remember it was Jain University that has topped it. Second, in which edition of the Khelo India Games? It was the second edition of Khelo India University Games. And third, where these games were conducted? They were conducted in Karnataka. So these are the things that you need to remember. Then fourth thing that you need to remember is the name of the mascot. That was Veera. What was Veera? Veera was the name of the mascot. What is Veera? This Veera is an elephant and the logo of the Khelo India University Games. I repeat, what was Veera? Veera was an elephant, and this Veera was the mascot of the Khelo India University Games held in Karnataka, of which second edition was recently observed. Alright, so who won this second edition? It was won by Jain University with 20 gold medals, 7 silvers and 5 bronze. So a total of 32 medals has been won by Jain University, and they have secured the top position in it in the Khelo India University Games that were held in Karnataka. They were the second edition of it. Alright, and what was the mascot? It was the Veera. Veera was the name. So these 4-5 things you have to remember from this topic. So now next, if I ask you, what is the mascot of the 4th Khelo India Youth Games? Don't get confused. Before this I told you that Veera is the mascot of second edition of Khelo India University Games. Now I am asking you the mascot of the 4th edition of Khelo India Youth Games, and where this Khelo India Youth Games will be conducted? It will be conducted in Haryana. What is the mascot of it? Dhakad is the mascot of it. These games, Khelo India Youth Games, will be conducted in Haryana from 4th of June to 13th of June. Alright, and what is the mascot? It is Dhakad. Alright, Dhakad is the mascot. Next, Santosh Trophy. Recently, if I ask you, question can have been asked that recently, Santosh Trophy is related to which sport? Santosh Trophy is related to football. Alright, Kerala has defeated West Bengal and won the title for 7th time. Who has won the Santosh Trophy? It has been won by Kerala. Santosh Trophy. Which edition of Santosh Trophy was won by Kerala? It was the 7th time that Kerala has won this Santosh Trophy. Alright, I repeat, which time, not the edition, which time the Kerala has won the Santosh Trophy? It was the 7th time that Kerala has won the Santosh Trophy. Now if I ask you, which edition of Santosh Trophy was won by Kerala recently? It was the 75th edition of this Santosh Trophy was won by Kerala recently. They defeated West Bengal, and this Santosh Trophy is related to which sport? This Santosh Trophy is related to football. Next, World Athletes Day. On 7th of May, we observe World Athletes Day. Remember this. Next, Southern Railway has recently celebrated the 67th Railway Week. Important. Do remember the date, that is from 10th to 16th of April. Southern Railway has observed the 67th Railway Week. And what was the reason to celebrate it? That the first train that was run on Indian soil was on 16th April 1853. We know when was railway came to India. It was in 1853. And where did the first train run from? It was from Boribandar to Thane. This is a GK question. So, as it was the anniversary of the first train that was run on Indian soil on 16th of April 1853, Southern Railway has observed the 67th Railway Week from 10th to 16th of April. 2022 marks the observance of 67th edition of Railway Week, and it is from, and remember, on 16th April 1853 the first railway was run, or the first railway was run on the Indian soil, that was from Boribandar to Thane. Next, which union ministry implements the PM Mitra Scheme? First of all, what is PM Mitra Scheme? PM Mitra Scheme or PM Mitra Park creates an integrated textile value chain at one location only that will reduce the logistic cost. That means all the sectors, all the fields related to your textile will be located at one location only. That will reduce your logistic costs also. So this was your PM Park. That means everything that is related to your textile will be found at one location only. Here the shops will be related to different products, so you don't have to transport your products from one location to a very large location or at a very distant location. You can find them at easily at one location only. So this PM Mitra scheme was started by which government? Which ministry? Tell me. It was started by Ministry of Textiles. Alright, it was started by the Ministry of Textiles. Another way the question can be asked, what is the full form if this PM Mitra scheme? This stands for Pradhan Mantri Mega Integrated Textile Regions and Apparel Park. I repeat, Pradhan Mantri or PM is your Prime Minister, mega integrated mega integrated textile region and apparel park, that is your Mitra scheme. This is the full form of Mitra scheme, and that was to set up a value chain at one location only that will reduce the logistic cost. So correct option is Ministry of Textiles. Apart from this, friends, now this was your session. Now let's give you some homework. As I am saying this again, if you are making notes on daily basis in one liner format, then the homework will be very quick revision for you. It will be very helpful for you to only those who are making one liner notes. First question: survey of villages, Abadi and mapping with improvised technology in villages area, that was your Swamita scheme, has marked the dash anniversary on 20th of April 2022. You also tell me what was the launch date of this Swamita scheme. Second question: which company recently became the largest fast moving consumer goods company, that is your FMCG company in India, that has surpassed Hull, that is your Hindustan Unilever Limited. Third question: which women or who recently received the Women Transforming India Awards at the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce 6th Entrepreneur and Leadership Awards? I repeat, during the IACC's 6th edition of Entrepreneur and Leadership Awards, who received the Women Transforming India Award? Fourth question: Russia has launched a secret military spacecraft into the orbit around the Earth by using a dash rocket launch vehicle. What was the name of this rocket launch vehicle that was used to launch a secret military spacecraft into the orbit? So friends, these were some of your important MCQ questions that are your homework. I want you all to comment them below because they are very helpful on revision, because if you won't revise the content, know that it won't be useful to you. I want you to daily make notes and revise those content. Also, when I'm giving you homework, I want you all to comment below the homework. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862 and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price and that will help you to boost your preparation.